What is up, guys? Ooh, that is way too loud. How's it going? It is Uncle Bob. Welcome to the channel. We're here for a little extra video. This is actually probably going to be uploaded at the same time as my Final Fantasy 3 video, I think. Yeah, it'll be Final Fantasy 3. But I am kind of tipsy in my car and was looking for something to play, and I was thinking about playing Zelda, and honestly, it's not even level of drunkenness, just I don't feel like playing for a full 45 minutes while I try to beat the dungeon. That's just not what I'm looking to do right now. That's just not in the vibes. And right now the vibes are immaculate. So I figured, what should I play? And I was like, you know what? Some Contra. I haven't played Contra in a couple months. This should be nice. Hope everyone's doing alright. It is Saturday night. Woo! Just finished listening to some music, enjoying my beers. Well, actually, today it wasn't beer. Today it was actually apple cider, which I haven't drinking some apple cider in a minute. I don't know about to y'all, but for me, apple cider is just one of those... Okay, can I please get the sweets? Fuck it, that gun's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, apple cider for me is like a fall and winter sort of drink. Even though apple cider is not really heavy, it's not really super sweet. In fact, it's a little dry. It's the opposite. But for me, it's just... It can feel good on a hot summer's day if they're nice and cold. But in general, cider to me, I mean... I feel like for everybody, it's a fall-time drink. I don't even think that's a me thing. I think that's an everyone thing. Okay. I keep knocking over my cider bottle here. It's empty, so it's not like it matters anymore, but still, keep knocking it over. It's right in the cup holder, but it's right next to my elbow in this minivan. I'm in my girl's vehicular device right now, which I can't turn on. I don't have any reason to turn it on, but I can't turn it on because I'm looking at the DUI box. The whatever it is. I think it's called the... I don't know if it changes from state to state or how it goes, but it's what we call it, or is what it's called. A BAID machine, BAIID or something like that. BAID or some weird shit, but... Found out the other day, because I was supposed to use my girl's car to go to work, and she used mine for reasons. You know, she's using a car that doesn't have the breathalyzer, you know. Really, all it is that she had a cleaning job that was... she would have had to go to later than when her car would allow her. She ended up going early, so it was all fine, but... Originally, she was just supposed to, you know... go there like 10 in the morning, but she's not allowed to drive supposedly past 9. I think 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the dead zone that she's not allowed to drive through, and then she's allowed to drive from from 10 p.m. to like 5 a.m. she also can't drive. But from 5 in the morning to 9 in the morning, and then 2 to 10 p.m. she's allowed to drive. But, you know, also, we are poor, so we just gotta kind of work whenever we can work. And, you know, it's not right, it's not legal. It's not like my girl sister was like, oh yeah, I love driving when I'm not supposed to. Like, you know, none of that happens. It's just like, you got to do what you got to do. Like, bills got to be paid, kids got to be fed. You know, school year just started. My son has a bunch of fucking school supplies that needs to be bought and paid for. Like, you know, we got to do what we got to do. But it ended up not mattering because I am a bitch who cannot do the bathe machine, which is also great. I just don't have the lung capacity for that shit. Like, I just can't do it. Dip, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Or whatever the shit from, whatever the joke from Dodgeball was. But yeah, I was trying to test run that shit before, because I told my girl, I was like, yeah, just, you know, when I go to work in the morning, just wake up with me and go out to my car so you can help me with the machine just in case. And I didn't run late. I almost did, just trying for 10 minutes to get this fucking machine. Needless to say, it did not work. So, I ended up just taking my car anyway that morning. Nothing ended up any differently. She just had to take the baby to the daycare earlier than normal, which meant I had to do everything earlier than normal, which is fine, you know. It's the price I have to pay for having a fucking child's lung capacity. Because I don't know if it's actually the case or like my girl's is just really good. But whatever it is, it feels like my fucking lung capacity was like bought off the fucking kids menu. Sucks ass. Oh. Nice. Nice. Alright, cool. I just need that gun turret down there to not be a factor. I will one by one shoot you until you fucking die. I am not playing. Woo! Yeah, this game is one of my greatest accomplishments in gaming. I was never one of the psychos that you see that was able to beat this deathless. But on the NES with an actual controller, I was able to beat this game. Damn! Fucking no game overs. Woo! Honestly, I have no idea how that, unless they have different HP, I have no idea how that other hand blew first. It felt like well, I guess it would be its right arm. It felt like I pumped so much into that right arm. Obviously, for me, it's the left. Damn, I was in the middle. Why was I there? I can just stay in one spot and not move. But yeah, being able to beat this game in one game over with no 30 life cheat was really cool. And I was able to do it with Super Contra too, which was also really epic. Okay, now we're just fucking up. But Bruh, how am I missing the arrow now? I wasn't missing the arrow at all before. See, it works just fine when I find it. My thumb is just not... See, we were good. Whatever. We always just see how far we can get in one game over, though. We don't... That's the whole trick. Especially because I have beaten this on console with one game over, like I said. Super Contra wasn't nearly as hard. Still had its challenges. Still was not like... Still was not an easy game to beat. My hands were still really fucking sweaty when I was playing it. And then I remember playing Contra 3 Alien Wars. Dog. Yeah, no swarm. That's too easy. Bro, how am I having such a hard... I don't know how I was doing so good before, and now I'm having such a hard time finding just buttons. But I beat Contra 3 Alien Wars the same way. But honestly, I did it just on the default setting, which is normal. And one, there's extra forms to the boss if you played on higher difficulty, so that obviously makes a difference. But also, even without that, the difficulty... Bro! The difficulty of that game on normal was completely unworthy of the same level of accomplishment. It was just not it. It was not it. And playing it on hard, I have it on my Super NES Classic that I have, and I haven't played it like super heavy to where it's something I could say that like I've honestly, really, sincerely tried for and worked towards. I have not. I have not in anywhere near the same capacity that I tried to beat this game and Super Contra. I put far more effort into both of those games. And to show for it, I beat both of them with no game overs. And I, again, like I said, I did for Super Contra, or sorry, Contra 3 Alien Wars. But it was normal, so I don't now consider it to have counted. And on the hard difficulty, on what I'll consider the real difficulty, I have not beaten the 4th stage in one game over. I can beat the first 3 stages in one game over, and then usually by the time I get to stage 4, I'm not there. I usually die by the start of that level. Which is really unfortunate. There we go. Let's see what else. My buddy had the one for the PS2, Contra Shattered Soldier. I remember that one being hard, especially because it kind of required you, in order to really and truly move on in the game, to the I don't know if it would be difficult, you'd consider them S tier stages, but like the true final stages, you had to destroy like certain like items and weak points, explosive barrels through the level, making sure that the bosses you always hit like given targets on them. You know, you had to hit every weak point that did, even when it did like what you'll call superficial damage, like not real damage, but you know, it just destroyed an eyeball, destroyed a tentacle, you know, something like that. It made you actually truly complete the game. And I was never able to beat, again, like Contra 3 on hard, I never dedicated it the true amount of time that a game of that level like is deserving of. So, I haven't really tried, in fairness. But I have played a good amount of Contra Shattered Soldier. And then there was another one called Neo Contra, which was of the ones that I played. There's other ones, like I think there's like one on the Game Boy. There's one on the, I believe the Sega Genesis or Sega, one of the Sega machines. I know it was Contra. I know it's called Contra Hardcore. Or like cores, like, you know, like a corps in the military, not like hardcore. Obviously, that's the pun it's going for. But I know that one is supposed to be, at least of the old ones, the most difficult. So that would be interesting to play. God damn it! See, this is why we can't use the swarm. God damn. It's not going to protect me from walking off ledges, but Jesus Christ. Don't you do that. Give me my brekekekeke. But yeah, I never played hardcore, and but the one that I was talking about for the PS2 as well, Neo Contra, that one was easily, of the ones that I played, the easiest game like in the series. Damn, I knew that was gonna happen. I like. There we go, and now we do not move from this spot. Just bop 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 bop. Fuck you. That game, Neo Contra, I ended up 100%ing. Like, I got everything in that game. There were certain weapons, because that game had like you didn't get new guns as you went. You kind of just you chose loadouts at the beginning of a stage, and there were some of those that you could get by the end. Like you had this one dude who was like a black looking samurai character that I think he's obviously supposed to be damn, he was supposed to be a reference to Yasuke. And actually, you know what? All right, we're going to watch this. You can see the name of the you should be able to see the name of the video. It's Playscope Timeline. This video came out in December 30th, 2009. I had just graduated high school. Like, I was in college. Now, I remember I remember, as easy as this game was, I remember when I saw this intro, I remember this being like the coolest thing ever. Let's see if all these years later, it's still as cool as it was. Okay, it's Konami. I used to just loop this background. Yep, there's the samurai dude. That was player 2. He had a sword, obviously. There were some loadouts he could get that were super fucking, like, ridiculous. Oh my god, this is still... To rebel. Click, click, boom! The only shame is that this game was too easy. I remember this game just being a shitload of fucking fun, though. Here we go. This was the epic bit right here. This was the shit worth watching it all for. Visually. Duo time, baby. Induces you into hell. Oh my god, it's so fucking... It's so cool! It's so cool. Why? Don't... One more time. Mephistopheles induces you into hell. Join the death pilgrimage. Destroy. Dispel. Oh, Neo. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. It shouldn't be so cool. It really shouldn't be. It should not be so fucking cool. I don't understand. And like, listen, I come from the old school days of gaming. I can envision that, like, those PS2 like CGI graphics in my head. That's exactly what this feels like to me. When you were a kid, these games felt so much bigger than what they actually were. Like, that's the thing I think that people mistake themselves with thinking is that everybody always makes it feel like making a game immersive is like a thing unto itself. God damn it, I missed the button. But the thing is it's really not. Like, a game feeling like it envelops you entirely. That is a product of it being good. I'm sorry. I just used a word, and for some reason, like, it literally just stopped clicking into my head what the word I used was. No! Oh, I don't want laser. Laser sucks dick. Because I have to let it go and I can't rapid fire. Alright, cool. I'm cool dying now. Oh yeah, immersion. That was the word. That was the word. Bird is the word. But yeah, no, all a game had to do... And I don't think there's something in the last 30 years that stopped people's imaginations from working. Like, all you need for a game to be immersive is for it to be good. And I don't even mean objectively good. I mean just good to the person who's playing. Like, I'll say it. I'm able to immerse myself in Devil May Cry 2. Now, I will admit, Devil May Cry 2... God damn, I'm fucking up. I'm doing something on my phone, and it's making some shit pop up, and it keeps distracting me. There's no reason I should have died right there. There we go. I wanted to eliminate that thing, and now we're good. Whoo-wee! See, this is cheating. This just feels wrong. Okay, I keep touching shit. Where's my other phone at? One sec. Cool, the woman hasn't tried getting a hold of me yet. Because if I'm not in bed when she, like, randomly wakes up at whatever weird time in the middle of the night on a weekend, she'll always be like, where are you? But yeah, no, on the topic of Devil May Cry 2, like, I remember hearing about how much that game sucked before I played it. And I remember when I played it, I remember beating the original Devil May Cry, beating the second one. I never beat the third one. Oh my god. Let's see if this button helps me. Nice. Ooh. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, robot guy. But I guess the hallmark I would say of now the boss time is over. I guess the hallmark I'd say between like a good game and a bad game is that like Devil May Cry 3 was hard, but I remember it just being fun. It was just fun. Devil May Cry 2 or any other game that's like of similar badness, they can be fun, but you have to like actively make them fun. Like there's videos showing that you can basically beat Devil May Cry 2 with just the pistols are so overpowered in that game that they just unbalance everything in the worst of ways. It's not fun. You can just stand in one place and kill things. And like everyone knows that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to feel. Especially when the first game was not the hardest game I've ever played, but it wasn't fucking easy. I'll tell you that much. It was not a walk in the park. Oh no, I made a fatal mistake. 2 fatal mistakes, literally. Alright, let's just get the clearing out tool for a second. There we go. Better. But yeah, you got, like, bad games like that, you have to try to make them fun. Like, to make Devil May Cry 2 fun, I had to, like, listen to Flesh God Apocalypse and other, like, extreme, well, I guess what most people would consider extreme. I guess what I consider extreme metal. What on earth was I doing? Nice. But I had to like listen to like epic music. I had to do all these extra things to make Devil May Cry 2 fun. Good games are just fun because they're fun. They don't need effort put in to make them fun. Everything can be fun if you put the will to it. The only deal is good products just ain't usually going to make you have to do that. Ew, Fireball. Fireball in this game is lame. Just spirals. from my experience, there does not seem to be any good reason whatsoever to use the flamethrower in this game. At least in the next game, it's like a ball of flame that ends up doing, like, damage after it explodes. No! Alright, that's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. Alright, that's not so bad. That's alright. That's alright. Almost trapped myself right there. Throw myself in the bullet, in front of the bullet, why don't you? Alright, that's enough for the day. That was fun. But, yeah. Bad games are still fun. You just gotta make them fun. It's like, it's like terrible food. You go to McDonald's. Let's use an even better example, because McDonald's is too, like, typical. If you go, listen, most people won't tell you this, but it's fucking delicious. When you buy yourself a can of Spam, you know you're getting, like, military ration grade food. Like, you are getting salted, like, ham grossness that's also fucking delicious. You fry yourself up some pieces of Spam, put that on some bread, like some toasted bread with some mustard and some fucking American cheese on it. Do some good American cheese. Don't do Kraft. Go to yourself at the deli and go get, like, real slices of real American cheese. You put that, like, fuego. Do it. But no, when you eat bad food, like, you know that it's bad. You know that it's, like, not good food. That doesn't stop you from enjoying it. You know, you go to your fucking Waffle House and then you go to your bougie-ass breakfast brunch restaurant. Let's face it, that brunch restaurant is going to have way better tasting food. But, like, does that make it better than Waffle House? I don't know. Like, I'll use the best example I know of. Frozen pizzas. Everything is a cost to taste ratio. To me, the best tasting frozen pizza for me is Home Run Inn pizza. Problem. Most times, if they're not on sale, their price basically never justifies the money you're going to pay for it. Ever. It's just not happening. To me, at least, the best taste to quality ratio is Tombstone. Tombstone is not the best tasting, but it's also not the most expensive. It's pretty good on quality for slightly, like, on the cheaper end. You know, it's not as cheap as, like, your Jack's or, like, your paper-thin, nasty, whatever the fuck pizzas. But it's also not going to be as expensive as your higher-end ones. You know, the Screamin' Sicilians and your Home Run Inns. Like, they're not going to be as pricey as those. They're going to be right there in the middle. And their taste is going to be just above the middle. And it's just for ratio of money to quality. That's the one right there. Like, that's how everything is. That's how games are. That's how food is. That's how music is. Listen, you can be something that sounds kind of shitty if you're going to be something I listen to that's only like, if it's an album or like an EP 20 minutes long. You know what? If you want to be 20 minutes long, you can be kind of shitty. Don't be shitty and be an hour fucking long. I can accept one. The other one is unexcusable. So, you know, yeah. I don't know how I got on this. I'm a little tipsy. But I enjoyed playing and I enjoyed talking. So, till next time, y'all. Peace. Zelda tomorrow. Because I wanted to play it tonight, but I was debating between Zelda or another round of Final Fantasy, but honestly, I want to do the dungeon. I want to do the face shrine. As soon as I started the game up, when I was going to sound check, and I saw that it was the face shrine, I was like, ooh. I just, you know, I guess I ended up playing for 40 minutes, so I basically played for a dungeon time, but I wasn't playing the whole time. I was bullshitting a lot, and, you know, we were just having fun. Peace.